Can linebacker Jack Campbell become Detroit Lions version of Luke Kuechly? Luke Kuechly was one of my favorite linebackers too in the league. And this guy was phenomenal with the Carolina Panthers. And what I mean by that is the things that this guy did in 8 years is amazing. His best season was his rookie season. To me, if you ask me, I think it was his rookie season. But he's been a 7-time Pro Bowler out of 8 seasons. I think his rookie season, he could have been in the Pro Bowl too as well. But I think he won Defensive Player of the Year. Luke Kuechly is a beast at linebacker. And most everybody knows this. You know, not only is Luke Kuechly good in coming up and stopping the run and being able to dissect plays, but he was also good in coverage, having over a career of 18 interceptions. So this guy was, not only was he good in coming up and stuffing the run, but he was also good in coverage. And it's not too many linebackers that can do that. Jack Campbell was one of the linebackers that I talked about that the Detroit Lions should have drafted. And I was probably, pretty much when I did the video on Jack Campbell, I never knew that the Detroit Lions would end up drafting this guy. You know, I said this is somebody that the Lions need to take a look at because we needed a linebacker. And Jack Campbell is definitely going to start. You're not taking a linebacker in the first round and he's not going to start. It's going to be him and Alex Anzalone as the captain. They're going to be the two linebackers out there. And I think Malcolm Rodriguez is going to be thrown into rotational situations. And he's going to be on special teams. And this is something that we already probably knew that was probably going to end up happening. Derek Barnes is probably going to be in the rotation as well. But can Campbell become Detroit Lions version of Luke Kuechly? He can. I don't know if he can put the stats up that Luke Kuechly did in his rookie season, but we got to talk about it. Luke Kuechly in his rookie season had 164 tackles. This is the most tackles that Luke Kuechly had in his career. He's been a 100-plus tackler ever since he's been in the NFL. And his rookie season was his most tackle season, having 164 tackles. Again, I repeat, and 103 of those being solo and 61 of those being assist. He had 12 tackles for loss. Luke Kuechly was all over the place his rookie season, winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year award. What we need from Jack Campbell is a lot, and I can't even lie. I know he's young. I know a lot of people are kind of comparing him to Brian Urlacher because of his size. He's about 6'4", 6'5". But I want to say that we need him to be the Detroit Lions version of Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly is a phenomenal linebacker. And if you ask a lot of people about Luke Kuechly, they're going to tell you one thing that he was good at is being able to understand the play and understand what was happening on the field. That's something that Luke was very, very good at. Being able to shoot through gaps, being able to drop back in coverage and intercept the ball. We need Campbell to be that type of guy. And I can't even lie to you. The Lions haven't had an all-pro linebacker since DeAndre Levy. And I believe DeAndre Levy was on the second team all-pro. And I never knew that. I had to go back and really, really watch this. Now, a lot of people say Chris Spielman. Maybe, people are saying Chris Spielman because he is, Chris Spielman was a white linebacker. So maybe that is the reason why they're saying Chris Spielman. But he got the opportunity to do something phenomenal, man. Jack Campbell is that guy that you want to become, that Luke Kuechly type of linebacker in Detroit. Detroit needs a stud at linebacker, man. We know this. You know this. that the Lions have needed a linebacker like this for a long time. They've gone several drafts ever since they drafted Jared Davis. That was the last time the Lions took a linebacker in the first round. So I'm hoping that Jack Campbell becomes Captain Jack in Detroit. I'm hoping that he has a phenomenal rookie season. I'm hoping that the expectations for him is that he'll be able to change this defense in Detroit. Because pretty much you're going to be rolling with Jack and Alex Anzalone for the next 3 years, because I think Anzalone signed a 3-year deal. So maybe you really want to call it like a 2-year deal, really, with a team option probably for the 3rd year. So Jack Campbell is going to be on this team for the next five seasons. I perceive that he could be possibly that dude in Detroit. So definitely, man, I really want to see this pan out with Jack Campbell, because the Lions have been needing a all-pro type of caliber linebacker. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna, that he's going to go out and win the Defensive Rookie of the Year, because I can't say that. But he has an opportunity. He has a shot at it. He has a shot to become the Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that would be especially beautiful in Detroit, because Detroit hasn't had that type of linebacker in a long time. When you draft a linebacker, man, you want to see greatness, and that's what I want to see. I want to see greatness out of Jack Campbell. I just don't want to see a player that's out there that's just okay. It's time to get a player out there that knows what he's doing, knows how to drop back in coverage, and knows how to come up with stuff to run. And that's what I want to see from that linebacker positions. A guy that can go in and blitz if he needs to blitz, a guy that knows how to drop back in coverage, a guy that knows how to come up and stuff to run. That's what you want to see. I'm not saying that Jack Campbell is going to have the same type of season that Luke Kuechly had, because Luke Kuechly was a beast. You know what I'm saying? Having 164 tackles your rookie season, that means that pretty much you was everywhere. You was all over the field. So I'm expecting good things from him, man. I'm definitely expecting good things. I can't believe this is the first time that I've ever talked about a prospect. And you can go back into my archives and you can watch the video and listen to the video where I talked about Detroit possibly drafting Hendon Hooker and possibly drafting Jack Campbell. And I can't believe that both of these things came to fruition, that the Lions actually did something that I said that they should take a look at, and it actually happened. That's rare. It never really happens. And we talk about a lot of different prospects, but for the Lions to be able to take the guy that you talked about and mentioned, now I feel like we're on to something in Detroit. So my biggest thing is, man, I want to see the Detroit Lions develop this young linebacker to become an all-pro. Tired of not having that guy that's the man in the middle, and we need that. We need Jack Campbell to be that man for us going forth. We need him to be our version of Luke Kuechly. You want Jack Campbell to be a stud at linebacker. You want Jack Campbell to resemble what Luke Kuechly did and what he meant for the Carolina Panthers defense. Being able to be a Pro Bowler in 7 straight seasons, man, that is phenomenal, man. Out of an 8-year career, he retired early. Kuechly retired early. He could have kept going. He didn't even make it to number 10, and I'm pretty sure he could have made it to play 10 years in the NFL, but he just decided to walk away from the game. Jack Campbell has the potential and a high ceiling to get better in some of the things that he was not good at. I think that he can do that, man. But that's what the Detroit Lions are going to need from him. They're going to need him to turn into that Luke Kuechly type of player for them, because they haven't had that. When you're getting good linebacker play and when you're getting good play from the guys up front, everything's just going to start gelling. And that's the biggest thing that I can see from Jack Campbell, is being that version of Luke Kuechly. They need that in Detroit. The Lions need a hell of a season from their rookie linebacker, Jack Campbell. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Keeping It Raw podcast. I'll be back to you soon with another video. And I'm out of here until next time. Peace.